Thank you for staying with us, and this is the home stretch. So today we have Pascal Atuma, a Canadian-based filmmaker and also the owner of Tabik Records, founded in 2018. He was born in Umuahia, Abia State, Nigeria. To a large family of 7, Pascal moved to the U.S. in 1995 after attending Government Secondary College, Umuahia, and the University of Port Harcourt in Rivers State. He initially tried pursuing a career as a civil engineer for switching gears and pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please join us to welcome Pascal Atuma.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very
Drum
much.
roll.
No drum roll.
No, thank you. How are you?
Pascal, you graduated in 2002 from the Kim Dawson Acting College in Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
And dabbled in theater before relocating to Hollywood.
Into Los Angeles.
To Los Angeles. Yes. With the help of fellow Nigerian writer, producer Michael Ajakwe.
Who is late by now.
He's late.
Yeah, he died 2 years ago.
Sad.
So may his soul rest in peace.
Okay, so how have you been?
I'm doing great. I thank God. I'm blessed. I can only glorify God for the movement so far, for the privilege so far.
Yes, the movement, you said. What movement?
It's a movement. Show business is a movement.
Oh, okay.
Entertainment business is a movement.
So you are a comedian, you're an actor, you're a writer, you're a producer, you're a director.
We try.
Only you.
Wait.
We try.
Pascal, wait.
We try.
They put it a quintuple. That's how they like to put it. Quintuple. A quintuple threat. Comedian turned actor, writer, producer, and director.
You know, it's Alibaba now. Alibaba trained me. So as much as Alibaba is doing, I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm my boss now. So you have to follow your boss's footsteps.
Okay, so 3 years ago, you did a movie, which we saw a clip of.
LAPD African Cops.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did that go?
It went well. A lot of people like it. It was in cinemas for 9 weeks, and it did very well. And now it's running in many stations. And as a matter of fact, it should be on Netflix soon. It should be on Netflix soon. We're almost at the tail end of the deal. It should be on. I'm not going to mention the name of the person behind it, but it should be on Netflix. So.
Okay. So, but besides that, what do you call it?
LAPD African Cops,
Cops,
which we shot in Los Angeles.
So, besides that, you have other works that you've done something or about to come out. The Trace, Who's the Man, Okoto, The Messenger.
Oh, those ones are old films. We have more new films. Yeah, those ones came before LAPD African Cops.
So tell me what it's like for you, who's a trained engineer. Now you went ahead to do acting, but you basically left the acting to do directing and production.
I studied theater in Dallas, Texas. When I finished, I moved to Los Angeles, and I studied. I took courses in directing, and I did Boy for a long time in directing.
Boy is what you apprenticeship. Right?
Apprenticeship. Yeah, that's what they call it. So sometimes my friends ask me, I tell them I'm a senior boy. Because I served the big boys in directing in Los Angeles. Bringing their coffee. The coffee is cold. You don't need them to tell you it's cold. So you know when you brought that coffee. So you know how you're watching him. You know how long he sipped it. So you know when that coffee should be cold. If he has to tell you to change that coffee twice, you won't be on that set tomorrow unless somebody else will replace you. And then yeah, because they don't have time. Somebody's thinking about creating, and you're supposed to be helping him. Like in Nigeria, I hear a lot of people say PA. So indirectly, we are the PAs to them, but we are learning because you get a chance to see the production from the director's viewpoint, point of view or viewpoint, however you want to say it.
So he's doing you a favor.
He's doing you a favor, and then the day that he's very happy, maybe your service is very good, he say, Pascal, I'm going to set up this shot. You call action and you cut it. I want to see what you're going to do. So that day that you call action is that day you will sleep good. Because now
just for calling action.
Just for calling action. So, but the beautiful thing about it is that's why I always tell younger ones that when they talk to me, I said, serve. You have to serve. Serving is like giving. If you are out there, you just want to be receiving and receiving and receiving, then you will never serve. And if you don't serve, you don't learn a lot of things.
So
Do you
how
understand?
do you manage living in Canada and running your business here?
My business here, I have very good team. We have a very good team, and we partnered with EOA Holdings, who also the Motherville Hotels. They also have microfinance company, and they do a lot of. They have a lot of staff. So most of their staff work directly with us. It's chaired by Honorable Edward Ajayi. So with the staff, it makes it easy for me to come into Nigeria, delegate stuff, and go, because they're capable hands. Okay. They're very capable hands. And then in Canada, we're also, in the last 2 years, I've spent a lot of time coming in. Last year, I came into Nigeria 9 times, in and out. Because, now we have a record label, and Tabik Records. And then with Honorable Ajayi, we also launched Last Hurdle Nigeria, which is a talent show that will kick off soon, which is going to be open to dancers, singers, stand-up comedians, and models. So we're going to go nationwide. We'll start from Abuja to Kaduna, Kano, Jos, yes, Enugu, Owerri, Port Harcourt, Asaba, Benin, Ife, Ibadan, and we end up in Lagos. So out of these 12 zones, we're going to pick 33 people from each zone and bring them into Lagos, and then camp them in Lagos, and then we'll go on our live shows. So because of that and the record label and the new movie we have coming out, I don't know if you have the Clash. You heard of our new movie Clash, which we shot in Canada. Clash, yes. So Film One, we're working with Film One. I was with them yesterday. We're working with Film One. It was supposed to come out 7th next month, but because of the workload, I went back to them yesterday and begged them to move the date. Which was a very beautiful experience for me. I don't talk politics, but after what I saw in Film One yesterday, I think the Nigerian leaders should give more chance to women in the leadership position and in the political position. Because when I walked into Film One yesterday, I walked in and I met 4 girls. The team that made my team were 4 girls, 4 young ladies between the ages of maybe 35 and 22. But my brother, if you don't know your onions, don't sit in front of those girls. And I know that having come into Nigeria, I've met a lot of men. I have nothing against men, I'm a man. But you know how one woman, instead of having 1,000 men, you say, give me 1 woman. Like each and every one of those ladies in that office yesterday, my sister, one of each and everyone can run a corporation. So it made me say, man, I think it's time for Nigeria to learn from Rwanda a little bit and give more women chance for leadership positions and policy, because what the difference between man and woman, it has nothing to do with brain, the power of brain. So for what I saw yesterday in Film One encouraged me, and it shows that the entertainment industry in Nigeria, they're bringing in substance.
Okay, so with all of these things you talked about, plans that you're working on, yet you talked. Let's look at that new movie, Clash.
Clash. Okay.
Now, LAPD's African Cup.
LAPD African Cup. We shot in Los Angeles.
Was quite interesting, and you got rave reviews for that.
Yes.
What's the story behind Clash?
Okay, Clash. Clash actually is my first production in Canada. So when I moved into Canada, I found out that the Canadian government, I'm a Canadian citizen, and they're very supportive, especially to the entertainment field. So they are preaching multiculturalism. So they want people to come in, but with substance. So I decided, okay, since I'm going to make my first movie, my first feature film in Canada, I'm going to do a film that's going to be really multicultural. So I brought in Omoni Oboli and Stephanie Okereke to represent the African side. Then I brought in Brian Hooks from US to represent the African-American side. Then I brought in the UN ambassador for the Caribbean, from the Caribbean, Molisa Determent, to represent that area of black society. Then I now went into Canada and casted all whites Canada, and then a few people from like Guyana, Grenada, and then mixed it up. So now we have a multicultural film, so multicultural that the Canadian Embassy in Nigeria, they've endorsed the film, and they will be sponsoring the premiere of the film. So because it's the first co-production, official co-production between Canada and Nigeria, because we shot 80% of the film in Canada, in Toronto, we shot 20% in Abuja. You know, and then you know that Nigeria, we in Canada, Nigeria doesn't have a co-production treaty with Canada yet. But some few countries I remember one particular country, Namibia. Namibia has a co-production treaty with Canada, and I was speaking with the Governor General and the Ambassador when the Governor General of Canada came to Nigeria, and I asked her, I said, how come Namibia have a co-production treaty with Canada and Nigeria, as big as we are, doesn't have a co-production treaty? And he said, okay, we cannot come to Nigeria and say, Nigeria, here, let's make a deal and have a co-production treaty. Someone has to fight for it. Someone have to fight for it. So it was after that discussion that I went back and I said, you know what, there's no need to waste time. I'm going to do a movie, use this movie to push for the co-production treaty between Nigeria and Canada. And thank God Ambassador Philip has bought into it. They have endorsed it, and we are working with Film One to organize the premiere where the Canadian government will be present, the Nigerian government will be present, and then the
hopefully that conversation can get to kick off.
Yes. Oh, no, it's going to kick off. We're going to get it.
Okay. When is the premiere?
The premiere, we're working with Film One to give us a date.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave us a date, but because of my schedule, I couldn't meet up to release on the 7th.
Okay. Yes. This is the place where we should actually have started. What made you give up engineering for entertainment?
It wasn't for me. It was for my dad and my mom.
Oh, the engineering was for them?
For them.
Oh.
They wanted a medical doctor, they wanted an engineer, or they wanted a lawyer. First of all, my story is long, so I don't think we have enough to tell you. Because, first of all, they sent me to Federal Polytechnic of Wanafibo to study science lab tech. And that science lab tech was in preparatory to go to medical school. So when I left Government College Umuahia and went to Afibo, and then after my first year in Afibo, they sent me to Queen Elizabeth Specialist Hospital, which is the FMC, Federal Medical Center, to do, as the internship. What do you call it? Industrial attachment. So as a young person doing industrial attachment, you're the most junior staff. So I was the one receiving the specimen. The stool samples, the urine samples, the blood samples, I was the one receiving it. Sometime in the morning, early in the morning, 8 a.m., you come to work. The first thing that will greet you is about 30 different stool samples. Can you imagine that? And you have not had breakfast. So we have to respect the medical scientists. Now, it's not only that you're being greeted with maybe 30 different stool samples, you're being greeted with urine of different colors that you actually have to touch it. You actually have to, even though you have you have to, even though you're wearing your gloves, you're still in close proximity with this trash.
You tell us, we'll continue from that point. We'll come back from this break. How you survived that? Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Pascal still here, our closing moment. So Pascal, you were talking to us about what it was like. As a science
so when you finish that, your break is going to come about 11 or 12 noon, and then you go to eat.
So once you bring your food, 4 hours of dealing with that.
Yes, after dealing with that, then when you go to eat, right? Once you open your food, guess what you're seeing? For me, then, all I'm seeing is those 2 samples. All I'm saying is that I got a maconchi that I'm planting when you have cough, you bring the cough sample for the flame. For us to find the antibiotics that will be able to treat it, you have to plant it and then use the antibiotics ring, right? Contains different antibiotics to plant it and then put it there. So I was one doing the planting too. So if I see rice and stew start looking like some of those stew samples, like the meat. Then if I see water or soda or anything, so I couldn't take it. After 6 months, I went home and told my dad, why didn't you or mom become medical doctors? Why is it that Nami and I won't use to do this thing? So from there, they said, okay, 2 options left, engineering and law. Then I took JAMB and then I went into University of Port Harcourt. So that was for them. But I remember my high school teacher in Government College Umuahia. That's why sometimes it's good to listen to teachers, because teachers are almost like angels. My high school teacher did tell my dad, Mr. Siebu, and Mr. Wariak, my English teacher, they did tell my father in my class 3, because those days it was class 3, then you choose courses to finish 4 and 5. So let this guy do theater or arts or something. My father said, wow, that's for blockheads. You have seen how we ended now. So,
so you're the real blockhead.
Well, I'm the real blockhead now, yes.
Are they alive, your parents?
Eh?
Are they
No,
alive?
they're both gone. They're so
Sorry. Bless you.
yes,
So,
yes.
okay, so Pascal, this clash,
Clash, yes.
I don't know if the producers could just play a bit of it. Let's see a few clips from the clash. You said you brought in actors from Nigeria.
Yeah, you
Omoni
saw
Oboli and
Omoni Oboli and Stephanie Okereke, Stephanie Linus.
Stephanie Linus.
Oga Linus Novels, I beg my brother. Stephanie Linus.
Oga Linus Novex. And then you brought in some other, like that scene.
I brought in Brian Hooks. You see Brian Hooks from the If Show. It's very popular in the United States among the African Americans. Then you see all these ones are Canadians.
Okay.
All these ones are Canadians. Then you see.
So what's the story? The clash of cultures?
Oh, it's a clash of culture. A young man trying to find who is the real biological father in the midst of finding love and dealing with a multicultural society. So it's real. It's a movie you cannot predict because there's a lot of ups and downs, and you're gonna like it.
I like the end of that first clip where Omoni is talking to her son and yanks the headphone. I say, typical Naija mama.
Yes, because you know the children nowadays, you'll be talking to a little kid.
Talking to you,
a little kid, and the little kid is busy on his phone. You know, you're trying to have a family meeting now. It's difficult to have a family meeting because when you're in a family meeting, either one small girl is crossed with her legs on top of the, Daddy, I'm listening. So that is a sign of saying that we need to stop that. You know, because when we grew up, who are you to be doing something when my father is talking to you? Because by the time, if you try it, anything becomes a weapon.
I mean, that is the one where they say, who born dog?
Who born hen?
Douglas.
You know, that kind of thing. But now
your father is talking to you and you are doing something else.
The mom is talking to him on a very serious issue. I have earphone. Come on, I think about it. With my dad and earphone, he will slap the earphone into your ear. My father will slap the earphone into your ear. Or if I think about even in schools now, when we were in government college, Omar, who are you? Who bomb for a teacher, or even to come into a classroom now, because I see the students going to school now, every one of them with their school bag ear blocked. You understand? So it's
phone in hand.
Phone in hand, you know. And then I have a couple of people that by God's grace will help in school. Sometimes some of them will come in from school, and I go like, "Why? Where are you? Are you not in school today? I'm in school. I'm calling you. I'll have it." So you take your phone to class. Say, yes, I'll put it on vibrate. Come on now. You know, so the society is degenerating so bad that we need to, at least in our own country, try to control the values.
Okay, let's talk a bit about this record label thing you just.
Tabik Records.
Yeah, 2018. I mean,
no, we launched it. Okay, 2017 we started, but we launched officially 2018.
So you're now taking in artists, or you have artists
already?
We
already signed 2 artists.
Why are they Nigerian artists or they're Canadian?
They're Nigerian artists, but their music is copyrighted in Canada. Okay. You know, we have Tabik, the Atuma Brothers International Company. We have Tabik Canada. Then we have Tabik US, and we have Tabik Nigeria. So it's a business thing, and we work with very good lawyers from the Udoma and Bello Sage. You know, even though they are Nigerian-based, they are internationally sound. Okay. So they let us know what is right thing to do.
So I'm wondering what you're trying to do. One would have thought that you would maybe set up like, since it's the movies that brought you out.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
One would have thought you maybe set up like a movie academy or a movie agency. Yeah, an agency, something to do with the movies, not music.
Okay, you know, I took a course from University of Pennsylvania called Entrepreneurship Specialization. So when we in that program, this question you asked me now, they teach you about serial entrepreneurship and parallel. That's one grammar that they use. They are in my head on block now. So taking advantage of what you have done. So if you look at the record label, who do you deal with when you have a record label? Media. Which media? The same media you that I've been dealing with before is still you that I'm going to deal with promoting music, promoting my artist, right? Then the same newspaper people that I've been dealing with is the same people that have to write about my artist.
Staying with the familiar.
Yeah, you know, so you do business in the familiar terrain, and when we are doing movies, we are taking music from someone like Two-Face. We are taking music from different people, right? So it's just using your connections to do several businesses, but it's all still what? Show business, it's all still what? Entertainment.
And all of that.
So instead of me trying to go into any other place, I stay here, but that doesn't mean that I will not come back later with an academy. But my friend have a very good academy, Royal Arts Academy, MMA song. So we can all combine
Partner
with them and build that one.
All right, thank you very much, Pascal Atuma,
Thank you very
filmmaker. Comedian turned actor, writer, producer, director, now music label owner.
And please let them watch out for Last Huddle Nigeria, the talent show. That one is important.
Last Huddle Nigeria, talent show.
The talent show.
Okay.
Talent show that's
like
how we're
the
going to
X Factor or
it's
Nigeria's Got Talent.
Like America Got Talent, like the X Factor. So, but it's going to be beautiful, trust me.
It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful. But we have Alibaba behind it. We have a lot of people. I'm not going to mention their names.
It's okay.
I'm going to just mention only Alibaba behind it.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank
Pascal.
you very much.
And that rounds up our show for today. We hope to bring you a fresh edition next week, TV. My name is Alero Edu, wishing you all the best through the weekend and next week.
And I'm Neo Taigwe. Go there, be the best you can be. Love your neighbor as yourself. And 2020 is a good year to be you. See you next week.
Bye.